to the Dice Tower. I'm Tom Basil.
I'm Mike DeLisio.
I'm Camilla Clyghorn. Sorry. Oh, still.
I'm Z Garcia.
As you can see, we're on fire today.
Audible gulp. I'm here.
Good.
We like to do some shout-outs to some backers from our
Let's
Kickstarter.
do that.
Robin Armstrong, Thomas Glennon, Dr. Dagmar Capel.
Oh.
Dr. Capel to
Met
room
Yad
number
the
6. Peter
The 6th?
Mike DeLisio rules despite his age. Beverly and Steve Sanderson, Tomas Kwasinski, Anthony Tedesco, Simon Breer, and Eric Hilsheim.
Tony.
Yeah,
It's
Tony
Tedesco.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony.
Don't give us your
Just
full
say
name.
Tony
We
next
don't know.
time.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Tedesco.
Who's Anthony?
That's
It's Tony.
I thought Tony and Leo
How you doing,
Radis
Tony? Good to
on
see
the
you.
cruise.
All right,
I'm not
folks,
seeing you. I just thought it'd be
welcome.
weird.
No, see
Welcome
nothing.
to Crowdsurfing, where we take a look at Kickstarter, GameFound, and BackerKit projects. If GameFound and BackerKit would ever get off their butt and put some stuff on there.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I have a
It
couple
seems
of things
we're
coming.
doing this at a different time, Tom. It's
Yeah, okay, well, that's
I
because
was
we're doing
prepared.
the top 100 later this afternoon, 80 to 71. Also, and this is very important,
Go ahead.
Dice Tower Kickstarter is happening
Yes.
today.
Okay.
And I know it's happening today because many people have canceled their pledges this morning.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, many.
Don't pledge and cancel. That's worse than pledging at all.
Yeah.
Is the people that do it just to comment, though? Because I hate those people.
I also hate those people. Are you about to spit? Because I feel like you're doing the Triple H thing here.
I also hate them.
Anyhow, so we didn't do crowdsurfing last week, and we didn't do crowdsurfing the 2 weeks before that.
Why,
because
Tom?
There wasn't a lot of projects, but we're going to catch up on all the stuff we missed.
We've
Boy,
saved
let me
up
tell you.
3 weeks worth, so you know it's going to be
The
good.
cream of the crop right here.
Ready.
Also, we only talk about Kickstarter projects ending in the next 10 days or so, which is why we're not covering Marvel United. Don't ask.
Right.
It's going to be asked.
Or Emo's not dead. Or
No, Marvel United is what people want to hear
not
about.
dead, okay.
We'll talk about that next week,
Okay.
Okay.
which also will be in the morning next week.
Oh, that's
really?
right. Yeah, because we're still
doing
doing
top
the
100
top
next week.
100.
Next week we'll be doing 30 through 21.
Yeah, well, you know what's not going on next week still? The Kickstarter, the
Kickstarter.
Dice Tower
It'll be done.
Kickstarter.
That's correct.
So if you want some goodies, or you know what, you just want to support us continuing to do this, you want to help Camilla learn how to swallow, when she's about to speak, then go ahead and back the Kickstarter.
I'll work on
Okay,
it.
she's like, oh, I'm Camilla.
Like that.
Thank you.
Actual
Good
footage.
shirt.
Yeah, I do like this shirt.
What's going on over there?
I'm appreciating Mike's shirt.
It's a
And
clothing
your stuff was
appreciation
boring, so I
society.
switched to a different topic.
I
That's a
noticed.
good shirt.
All right, let's jump into
Oh no! I
let's
spilled
jump
that whole
into our copious amounts of Kickstarters.
nuts.
Nuts. So the general who said this during the Battle of the Bulge in World War II probably would have been annoyed had he found out how many
Wait, the
games.
Battle of the Bulge is what it's called, and he said, "Okay, I'm
Wait,
gonna."
no.
It's too early. Check, please.
In the Battle of the Bulge, the Germans sent American
Oh, I
general.
can't
They were
unhear it
doing
now.
well. It
Thank
was their
you.
last offensive. Tired of these people knowing anything about history,
I'm
Mike.
telling you, it's outrageous.
I'll talk to you. So
Okay.
you know about this already. Battle of Bulge, the last German gasp in World War II, but they did pretty well in it. So they sent a message to the American general that said, "Please surrender," and he sent back a one-word response: "Nuts." And then he proceeded to kick them in the butt. All right,
Nice,
bunch
yeah.
of
Plot
morons.
twist.
Yeah. Plot twist.
Anyhow, this is so they made many games and many books and movie. This phrase has been.
I've never
ad
heard of
nauseum.
it. There was a Second World War.
There was.
I have just
Nonsense.
given you guys a lot of history that you did not know.
That's
so
correct.
Get out of my face.
Nuts.
Anyway, this is a tabletop system. We're also dragging this out because we have like 6
There's
projects.
nothing this
There's
week.
nothing.
I was kidding. It sucks. It's a
There's
bunch of
nothing.
garbage.
There's 2 good projects.
Garbage.
Okay.
Are there? Oh, okay.
Okay, anyway, this is an RPG campaign type thing.
It's a system, right?
It's a
No,
system. It's a system.
war game
Yeah,
system.
It's a system that can
Look
be
at that, it's
implemented.
cool. Also, we're talking about Warsurge, another miniature
Wow.
system.
This is the not
This
an
is-
RPG, but again, a war game
300
system.
page.
It's a system.
It's a system.
What is Warsurge? It's a universal miniature war game. What does that
So-
even mean?
so I think this is-
universal.
So this
I
is
don't know
the
what that
one-
means, honestly.
No, it means you can use any miniature you want.
Oh, gotcha.
Right, and
gotcha.
what this is, it has an app, right, to help you build your armies.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, an
I
app.
think of the right one of the 6 projects. And I
They,
think it's this
kinda-
one.
they kind of blended together
Right,
a little
because
bit.
Sure
there's
it's
a
not
lot
the
of
one
war
with the-
games, which again, I don't know war games very well, but one of them had an app. I think it was this
Really?
one.
I think it might be the one with a fake dog. Might be the
This
one.
one, this picture takes me out right here. When you see the guy
I
measuring with
know.
a tape.
Yeah.
that's
They measure it so quick too. Like, are they really that accurate?
No.
No, it's like.
They're going to
Like,
sit there, not only will they measure it, they will spend the next 5 minutes arguing over the measurement.
correct.
I can't do it. Give me
I don't know.
Give me
This
a
is
grid
what's-
overlay or
Is this
something.
like GURPS, the miniature game? Because GURPS is the general universal role-playing system.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, when they
okay.
told him, that was the Japanese told him surrender, and he wrote back
GURPS.
one word. Message.
Aren't you glad you're here today, folks? All right.
Yeah.
It's too early. That's what it is. This
Here we
stuff
go.
plus this earth.
ArtiSlime. Mix slimes of different colors and be the first to finish all the paintings. So this is almost looks like it's supposed to be a kid's game.
Isn't there something
Little
like
bit.
this? What was the mixing color game? It is a kid's
There's
game.
like 10. I can
There
tell
are.
you.
there's
no,
too
I'm
many.
talking about the good one.
The one where they're painting.
Yummy Yummy Monster Tummy.
Oh, for kids, guys.
Gotcha.
Wow, that was not where I thought you were
No,
going
it
with
was not
that
either.
one.
Where did
But
you
you're
go?
right. No, there's a lot of painting games about mixing colors.
Oh no,
There
I meant
are,
like
yeah.
colors together to. Anyway.
Yeah, but that
There's
doesn't
a Euro
have-
game which is about mixing colors.
There's many
Fresco.
of them.
Fresco's maybe the one I'm thinking of. There were a
Yeah.
couple there that kind of came out at the same time. One of
Right.
them like
Well, there's
buried the
Eagle-
other.
There's one from Eagle. That was
right,
a
Pastiche.
Pastiche.
That's maybe the one I played.
Yeah.
I know I played one of the two, and I swear it's one of the few times I've walked away from a game with a serious headache. I was like, I hate this game,
It couldn't have been
and the
Pastiche,
mixing
'cause
of the
that's a really easy
colors.
one.
It's pretty
I just know one of those. The mixing of the
Red
colors.
and blue makes purple. Red and green makes what?
Red and green, really?
Yeah, what does red and
Green's
green
a
make?
secondary
Answer
color.
is Christmas. All right,
Dang
anyway.
it, he was
I'm
right.
fascinated by that. I didn't know that there was this theme was already done, like especially
Yeah.
like a Euro game setting.
Oh
I
yeah,
am
it's awful.
Very.
There was a
intrigued.
bit where there
Avoid.
was several games that were about this, and we're busy with nature.
Right.
which I'm also
Nature
a fan
has
of.
colors in it, though.
But
It's
You
gonna
don't
come
mix them
around.
together. You want to mix a color flower, like paint the roses, but it's. We're really off topic.
We are. This
Wow.
ArtiSlime thing is you can get it as a print and play, right?
Yes.
Or a physical project.
It was
product.
cute enough. It's the third best thing this week.
That's saying
that,
something.
that's
All right,
valid, yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it doesn't look terribly exciting, but it's a theme that I think is easy to understand, and I think you can probably get families behind the idea of it. Maybe, I don't know.
And
They
I-
did talk about color blindness too, which is smart.
And they
yeah.
did that. And I think that this is, again, it's that same platform that we're seeing where people are coming up with the roll-in rights and you back it as a print and play option.
Yeah.
I do kind of like it. I think that it's a neat middle ground. You know, you back for a little, you get the print and play version and maybe seek out the actual
else have
physical
they
copy
made?
later if you like it. I'm liking this platform.
Yeah.
I know print and plays are a thing on BGG and stuff like that, but to see it go into a crowdsourcing thing like
Yeah.
this, I'm a fan of this.
Have we played any of this other stuff? Bacco or Cairo?
I don't think so.
No, never seen those two. They look
No.
cute. They have a good look, this
They
company.
do.
Yeah.
And also unique with the different games too.
Yeah.
You know?
Make 100, which oddly enough has 316 backers, but
Well, only 100 people are getting the physical game.
Yes.
The rest
yes,
of them
yes.
are print
Are
and play.
plays,
Well,
that's
because
right.
they only made that many.
They
Right.
make
It's like-
100.
it's a
This
thing
is all
that
we
it's a
have.
thing that Kickstarter promotes. I guess it's for people who don't want to publish. Like,
Yeah,
just
they
wanna make
want to
100.
limit their production, I guess.
I'm not a huge fan of the concept because, well, I like to see games be available for lots of people, you know. And if the game isn't only good for 100 people, I gotta be careful because last time I said this, then everyone yelled at me for a
Yeah.
really, really long time.
Right.
I guess it's just a way to
Bring
celebrate
it.
somebody's idea, but they don't want to commit to producing a lot of them. I really don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a cute looking one, though.
It is.
I will say, I think this is the fourth best looking thing this week.
I think this looks better than the last project, actually.
You're right.
I tend to like
Interesting.
these games where you lay cards on top of each other. So,
Yeah, it is an interesting puzzle.
Yeah, trying to create a pattern to move the
seashells. On
It's
the
a
seashore.
it's
The
a
hermit
hermit
crab.
hermit
Hermit
crab.
crab.
The hermit crab
crab.
moves as you make patterns from another set of cards that you
Right.
treat as tiles.
Yes.
So there's some overlaying, there's some pattern, you know, like sort of symbol matching.
Yeah.
If you match symbols, then the wave gets away from you on a
Yes.
specific symbol. Other symbols, you know, the little crab will move along. It sounds neat. It seems like a button shy game.
It kind of does, right?
I mean, I'm surprised it's not. Maybe they pitched it to them and that
Yeah,
wasn't
maybe.
picked up. But
I mean, yeah.
it screams button shy to me.
It does.
All right.
It looks cute. It looks cute.
All right, Spell Wars. This innovatively named game. Actually, I don't hate it. I just think Spell Wars is such a terrible name. But
It's-
I do like their color palette. Like this. No, I'm saying here.
Right.
Like, I like how that looks. That looks good.
Yeah,
I wish it was
like-
about spelling.
We already have one of those. Renegade made that game about words and magic that nobody was ever going to play again.
Oh, yeah.
But to be fair, no one's going to play this one.
I like how these cards look a lot,
Ouch.
though.
I like the art of it, but the card to me, it looks like every other Magic, every other trading card game, every
that's
other
true,
generic,
unfortunately.
every other spell. I mean, there's.
Yeah.
I didn't see a lot of innovative, and I'm not a fan of the white text on dark cards. I think that's just hard on the eyes. But
Is it hard on the eyes? Mm-hmm. I do that on my iPad when I read at night.
at night it's different
Yeah,
though
and you
because
wear
it's a low light
glasses. So let's-
setting. A low light setting and a highlight setting.
See?
Oh my word!
Yeah. See, I understand how medicine
Wearing a
works.
jacket. Anyhow.
Oh.
Oh, gosh!
Okay. All right. Well, speaking of projects that look terrible,
Yeah.
Wiz-War. So this is
boy.
the...
It's
I
a classic, Tom. It's a classic game.
Look, I'm not speaking negatively against Wiz-War. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I get it. It's a game that's been around for a while. I think this is the 6th edition. I
Ninth.
think. Ninth. Fine.
Yeah.
The 9th edition. I believe Fantasy Flight made one edition of it.
They-
8th edition is Fantasy Flight. So Steve Jackson has apparently two artists. They have, well, John Kovalik, who does all the Apples,
Munchkin
the Munchkin stuff.
yeah.
And then they use Phil Foglio, who I like his stuff normally in
Okay.
its proper place.
Yeah.
I hate this cover so much, and I am not alone. Go to Board Game Geek, pull up this picture, and read the comments. I showed them to you.
You did. Yeah, it's
It's-
rough. It's not a good look, I don't think.
It's
at
a-
all.
And especially after the last edition was from Fantasy Flight Games. Ouch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Gosh, I mean, branded as we're putting out a nostalgic edition so it can be ugly. Because don't call it 9th, new, hottest one, and it looks like this.
Now,
Ooh.
It looks
I
bad.
also find it fascinating
rough.
that they're using reviews from years ago
I know,
about this.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a very interesting concept.
Oh.
It is. They did something similar with Port Royal, where I think they brought it out for the at least for the American market, and the art was just worse. I think.
Yeah.
Just worse.
Now,
Yeah.
here's the good thing. It's $30.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you need Wiz-War, I mean, finding the other ones is going to cost you a pretty penny. You don't get miniatures. You don't get all the
Yeah.
cool things that Fantasy Flight and other publishers did. But it is $30. That's not
And
a
it's-
bad price.
And it's back in print, and it is a classic. I get that.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have the game back in print.
But I mean, they're also not doing anything to try to bring new people into the game.
That's true.
Right?
That's
That
actually
is
true.
Yeah.
I-
That's not going to attract anybody that doesn't know anything about it,
No,
right?
I mean, I think
Yeah.
I zoned out of this project within
Also,
the
the
first
fact that
5
they're selling
seconds.
Spank at the same time, it's like, dude,
Terrible.
come on. Spank is...
Spank?
That should have.
Spank is Space Pirate Amazon Ninja Cat Girls. See the
That's
cover?
not- well,
That's all you need
that's-
to know.
That's exactly what I thought when I saw that
That's
cover. I
terrible.
said,
and
hard
that's
pass.
like, we're near 2023, right? Yes.
We are in 20.
We're in.
Yeah.
Now, this says of 1,000 backers, so what do we know? A lot of people are backing it.
Well, a lot of people like Steve Jackson games. This is.
I get
you
it.
know,
There's an audience there, and that's fine. Again, maybe you don't have the game. Maybe you really do like the look of this one. Whatever. Maybe you need Spank. But it's just, I feel like a celebratory. We got the rights back. 9th edition.
Yeah.
Well, this is one of our flagship games, and we lost it for a while. Now it's back.
Yeah.
I feel like it deserves not just a reprint, maybe celebrate the game. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? This
right.
does not feel celebratory.
either celebrate or revive, and I feel like it did neither.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now that people are calling that lady broccoli, I can't unsee it. She's definitely a piece of
boy,
broccoli
that is
fighting.
definitely a.
Or asparagus.
Okay.
Maybe, right? with
She's
the
a
hat.
vegetable. I hope
She's a
loses.
veggie.
She's edible.
roughage. Roughage.
Bard's Arcana, the tarot of Shakespeare.
Oh, yes. This looks awesome. I think this looks very, very cool.
I can never tell with you.
Yeah, the art is very, very impressive. I mean, yeah. It's an odd Venn diagram they're going for, I think. I didn't know
It
that
is,
there
a
was a
little
lot
bit.
of crossover between people that are interested in tarot and You said tarot. Tarot.
Tarot, right?
You threw me off.
Made me question. I was like, wait,
Yeah, well,
Tarot, what?
I had used that. We're not going to go
Shakespeare.
there. I had used that pronunciation before. I was told that it's technically correct either way, but
Strongly
tarot
told.
is the thing. But yeah, I didn't know there were a lot of people that are interested in both tarot and, Shakespeare. But apparently there
Well,
is.
Shakespeare did write about witches,
He
right?
did. That's true. That is
Again,
true.
they found enough quotes and enough, I guess, characters to fill out the whole tarot deck.
Yeah.
With references, quotes. I think it's a cool looking project.
The look is
Again, you have
great.
to like one of those things strongly.
You don't collect
or both.
You don't collect these kind of decks, do you?
I don't. No. Again, but if you like both a bit and you're like, oh, that's cool, it's unique.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if you like one of the two things strongly, you're a huge Bard fan for some reason. Mm-hmm. I could see this being a thing you back and get. Now, to be fair, I don't think it's going to fund.
Really?
There was one that was.
Oh, he won 62,000. He's got
It
nine
might
days,
fund. It might
They
fund.
do it
Yeah.
reasonable, I
Very
think.
professional looking page. Very cool looking cards.
Well, I mean, it's unique artwork. You got an artist to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I see why.
Yeah.
It seems like a realistic fun goal, and I do applaud that.
That's
I'd
true.
like
Yeah.
to see this one fund because I do think it's not for me, but I think it's a really neat crossover. Like you said, if you liked one of those two, even a little bit, it's a unique deck.
It is.
You know,
yeah.
and I think that's
I
neat.
do wonder why the goal is so high. Is it to create the artwork or?
Probably a realistic goal for once.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
I think to pay the artist one, and then manufacturing of the cards. I mean,
Yeah.
a tarot deck is going to be, I assume, like a higher quality card. You know,
Yeah, I would think so.
it's a
Large
not much in
format, so you can't just go
Right.
through like United States Playing Card Company. The cards are
Right.
tarot size, and
Right.
there's like 78 of them. So
It's true.
All right. Speaking of unique, all right, this next project, one of the biggest projects of the week, and I know that Lucky Duck is involved with this somehow.
They're
okay.
doing they're like the publisher bringing it like to the States, right?
Got it.
And that's
Distributing
what,
it
yeah,
here, I think.
distributing. So
Yeah.
they're developing distributor for the States.
So this is called Once Upon a Line, The Butterfly's Breath. And this is a they're taking a risk making
Yes,
this game.
they are.
yeah,
This is, do you like scratching things off?
I do.
yeah.
Yeah, this is the whole
little.
game of this. It's like it's like a puzzle, trying to figure out what things to cross off.
It's like a crossword meets an adventure.
But a little
It's a lottery ticket.
right with some
Yeah.
deduction because you have to figure out and trying to figure out what to scratch off. You know, you have a card that'll have a clue on it, and it's like this word will cross this word somewhere, and so from that you have to deduce like where that word might be. But if you cross off a wrong one, then you fall into a trap, which hurts your story. So it's adventure. You know,
So weird.
I don't know. I think it looks really unique, though. I don't like word games at all, but I do like word searches and, with some deduction. I'm really intrigued by this one. I think it is very unique. My biggest turn off of this game is I hate that scratchy stuff everywhere. You know,
it's going
like-
to be all
it's like
over
the
the
equivalent
table.
of- It's the equivalent of Mike's glitter to me. You know,
Yeah.
like I hate that
For some
stuff.
reason, it's interesting. Yeah,
But-
glitter is obviously an abomination that needs to go to the deepest bowels of hell. But this stuff doesn't bother me that much.
Really?
It really doesn't bother me. I just feel like you can blow it and it just kind of
This
goes
bothers
away.
me more than glitter,
It doesn't
actually.
vanish.
Oh,
You
this
know what I
stuff,
mean?
It doesn't.
guess.
I think it's
Yeah.
because it's like pencil eraser. It just stays there forever.
It's like glitter's
and, like,
sneaky cousin. I can't believe you're forgiving it.
Yeah.
Look, I need to give this props, though, because they're trying something different.
They are.
Like, this really isn't left field. We always
Yeah.
get on Kickstarter cases for not trying new things.
Right.
And the fact that Lucky Duck is involved means they believe in it.
Dan's just
Dan's trolling.
trolling you relentlessly in the chat.
Mike's a huge fan of scratching.
Don't read it. Don't read.
Fungal
Don't read
growth.
anything Dan does. I've done that, and it's really improved my life 25%.
There you go. That's. I think we all should take
I'm
that
good at calling
advice.
attention.
When I
to
play
all-
Cork was, I don't read the text. So there are 8 grids of destiny, which is. I'm gonna be using that in my next board game. The grid of
Grid of
destiny.
Destiny. That might have been a
Grid of
better- that might have been a
It
better
seems
game.
very metal, doesn't it?
But there's also a prologue grid and 3 copies. I like that. So
Yeah.
you mess it up. I mean, that way you can teach people the game again.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks really good.
I'm really intrigued by this, and I will say
I bet you're all wondering what all our picks of the week
Yeah,
will be.
no
But
kidding.
anyway, continue.
I
This
want
is
the
like-
metal scratch offer
I
too.
have zero interest in this. I have negative interest in this.
Really?
Oh wait, you can't say that. I got blasted for saying less than zero interest. I got all kinds of grief. So get
Hey.
ready. Get ready for
Why?
the
Like
strongly
the
worded
mathematical
emails.
nerds out there
Yes.
came after
Wait a
you?
minute.
I
I just
don't
got
know.
a less
I'm allowed
than
to
zero
have
interest
negative
from the bank.
interest.
They're paying me.
Really? I love it. I love that idea.
Is that not a thing? Am I not mathematically
You can
allowed to
say
have
it.
negative
People know
interest?
exactly what you mean. You can have negative interest in a game. That means you you like actively want to be interested
You're
in it.
actively
Right.
not, and you have to be convinced, right?
Yeah,
to be
right.
brought up to zero.
You
where
know
you're
what
like,
though?
Meh.
We're all missing the point that C has bad taste.
Bring me up to 0 so I can be like, nah.
I say,
I also like the art. I like everything about this.
This means, negative interest means if I see you playing it, I'm coming over and knocking it out of your
There
hand.
you go.
Got it.
That's, yeah.
Well, here's
aggressive,
the other big game of the week.
aggressive
Anti-interest.
Anti, like it.
Called
Yeah.
Among Cultists,
Yes,
suspiciously close to Among Us.
it is, which is not coincidental.
That is correct. Also, they want to make sure you know Becca Scott's here, and this is embarrassing. Don't put 6th place on the hotness on BGG. That's
yeah.
like there's another game coming up where they're like, fund it in 3 hours, but in the next 3 days hasn't funded at all.
Right.
Anyway,
Oh.
6th place in the hotness, that's fine, but
Plus, the hotness like changes all
Every
the time.
day.
Right.
Yeah.
This is very strange.
if you were top of the hotness, I don't know.
Maybe even that.
But I mean, it is doing well though. It's made almost 200,000.
Yeah, it's doing really well. Again, this is a direct consequence of games like Blood on the Clock Tower.
Yes.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, but it's based on
Big-
Among Us for sure.
again-
No, but it's like,
It is.
I'm not saying that it's like it. I'm just saying there's now it's acceptable to make giant versions of little werewolf games.
But as well
That's
as like,
true, right?
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
what's the game like? Little game. It's like, oh, okay.
But I think we're also seeing that same trend of, like Spire's End, so video games, something like that, a separate kind of, I guess, adjacent hobby to ours. It is gaming, but kind of coming into board gaming as well. Oh my gosh, my udder was,
Oh boy.
oh dear.
So, let's take a look at the page here. Down into the Atlas expansion, that's interesting.
I don't know. I think I got excited. It just
Battlestar Galactica was a big deduction game. No languages!
Tom, let's just make crowdsurfing 10 o'clock every morning from now on. Can we do
Man, that was slick, says
This
Gary
has
Howard.
been-
This is the way to do
This
this.
has just been impeccable, right?
What was that word you were saying yesterday? Precipitous.
Precipitous. This
has
is
been
the
very
definition
precipitous.
of precipitous. Yes.
Definitely one of those otters is precipitous.
Okay, I'm going to probably try something comes out, but I am worried that
Yeah.
it's too big, like you're
Yes.
saying.
What
Well,
game
what
are
else
we
have
on?
they
Sorry.
made? Gal Gadot Games.
Are we still on the Among Cultists?
Yeah, the Among
yeah.
Cultists. Yeah, what else they got? They have a thank you
Oh, they
game.
made that big human punishment
Oh.
game. So this is not their first time in a block, but that also, human punishment's got a lot of very positive buzz. I've picked it up several times, meaning to put it to the table, and then dropped it because it was so heavy. I actually know exactly where it is in the library because I just picked it up this morning, and I was like, this is too heavy to move, and I left it where it was.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No.
Not feeling it.
Oh,
I'm not feeling it,
I don't
yeah.
like social deduction. Generally speaking,
All right,
Negative
Sleeve
interest.
Kings from Imperial Publishing. Isn't Sleeve Kings Mayday's secret name for their
Oh, is
sleeves?
it?
Oh, that could
I know
be
I've
correct.
reviewed some of these. They are good
do you like
sleeves.
them? I love these. Are my favorite sleeves.
Yeah, they're good sleeves.
Really? Over the, what's the Fantasy Flight one?
Oh, yeah, the Game
Genic.
You know, like better than Game
Game
Genic?
Genic.
I do because these are
okay.
thinner. These are only 60 microns, and so it doesn't take up as much space. And the problem with like the 100, the 90 to 100, even 110, obviously, micron thick is it takes up so much. It just really increases
Yeah.
the storage capacity, or not storage capacity, storage room needed. These 60 microns, you have that premium feel, but yet it doesn't take up as much space. So these are my favorite sleeves. They're great in between of like penny sleeve, obviously not penny sleeves, but
I'm done.
better than
They don't
that.
feel cheap,
but
yeah.
less. They're not going to take up as much. Not going to double the size of your deck to use these.
Yeah.
These are
I'm done with penny sleeves.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, there's enough options now where you
Right.
just don't need them.
Like,
Yeah.
you either
Guess
sleeve
it-
well or don't sleeve.
I
it, you
agree.
know?
Yeah.
It's just that's a sad in between.
Yeah.
These are great, yeah, and I do like them. I personally do like these more than Game Genic. Game Genic sizes are a little weird.
Are they?
Their sleeves are a little tall. For a little taller than. I like a good fit at the top. I don't want
the bunch of extra.
floppy plastic at the top there.
No.
Nobody needs floppy plastic.
No.
I will say I did have one time. I've used this in a lot of games. I had one time that I felt like the sleeves yellowed, but it wasn't across multiple games. It was like in one game. So I don't know if that was the cards or something I, exposed it to. It wasn't like it was the longest one I used, something like that. But I did have one that was a little off. I'm thinking maybe I had a bad batch. But I've also used a lot of these in the past.
Yeah.
So that would be my one almost concern, but not to the point that I'm not willing to try again. And again, I can still use these. Are my go-to. I really like them.
Was it anywhere near your Moo Moo
My-
Cow mug?
Okay, so Perdition's Mouth is back to the USA, which is a terrible name for a Kickstarter. Also, this is the one I was mentioning. They were like, fund it in under 2 hours, and then never more.
Right.
Look, I mean, first of all, if your goal is 3,000, don't brag that you were funding under 2 hours, especially when you have
Correct.
35 backers. I've played this game. It's a huge dungeon crawl, very puzzly, moving around a rondelle type thing.
Looks like Wiz-War.
There's a lot of these too, right? If you look at their projects in the past, this is like the 6th
They've done
or
this a
7th.
lot. They've
done a lot of these, right?
You played some of these, Tom?
I played Perdition's Mouth, Abyssal Rift. That
You
one.
love it.
I did not. I thought it was fine, but also too much. But also,
What about
what is
Return of the
going
Witch?
on?
Have you played that?
No. Why does this have so few backers?
It seems, it really seems odd to me how poorly it's doing.
Like the first
weird.
one here, it's right here, 669 backers. I don't know. It's such a weird
It's
thing.
very
in
odd.
here.
I also
I only
don't love
It's
mentioned
an
it because
expansion, or, I mean,
no, it's bringing it back.
It's a revised kind of.
maybe that's it. Maybe
a
people feel
European
burnt.
favorite.
Yeah, it's possible that people are a little burnt by some of the previous releases. I don't know. I agree. But this, to be fair, is a game I've seen in person, and I've always thought it looks very amateurish. It's just not a good-looking game.
Okay.
It doesn't look well finalized. It screams Kickstarter in all the worst ways.
Yeah, I can see that.
The next project, the company sent me the link to this project and said,
Okay.
we already know what you think about these projects, but will you take a look at it anyway?
Okay, all
They
right.
tried. Kudos for that.
It's another table on a table.
Gosh, I'm so split
Except
by this.
this one
I
is
don't
3D
know.
printed.
I am
Really?
so split
I
on
think
this.
this looks great.
Yeah. I'm
But you didn't like
I'm
the
with
other
Camilla.
ones.
I don't
Okay.
know how I feel about this.
Did you see how long it takes to print?
No.
That was a question.
Could you hand whittle?
I answered
It's
it.
not
I
like a
answered
question
it.
that you know the answer and are about to tell us, so
Let me
why are we
hear-
going to answer?
Tom, do you know? No. So scroll down. It takes like a month to print this because, and that's if you're running it constantly.
A month?
A month, yes.
And that's with it not messing up.
Right, that's with it not messing up, and with you doing like back-to-back prints. I mean, so go down. It gives the whole because you have one piece that takes like 6 hours or something, but then you have to have 12 of those. So
Wow.
it's like there's a whole chart on how long it takes, and it's like, oh, that's just.
I missed that, but I'm really curious. And you got to pay money to do this too?
Well,
You
you
gotta
buy
pay
the
for the
STL.
file.
You buy the STL
I
files.
know.
I will say this: they are killing it with how much money they're making on this.
Yeah.
But these guys are at 116,000 right now, something
Yeah.
like that.
For selling files?
And they're sending you an email, basically.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes, with the
Yeah.
files.
Fantastic!
By the way, I do
Like
like-
kudos to them.
Yeah, no kidding.
For a lot of profit here. I
There we
really
go.
like this
There
table.
it is, right there. Total 230 hours and 4.4 kilograms of filament. So again, you also have to think about that. Like, yes, you're paying $60 for the file, but then you have the print time, the mess up, the filament. And again, I'm
I don't
not
want to
against
brag,
this
but Brian
project.
Drake could print this out in half a day.
To be fair,
All right.
look, to be
printer,
fair, there's a lot of people out there with a 3D printer that they're doing nothing with.
That's
Or
true.
people that have.
True. No, I'm just saying. That's a fact.
Or
a lot of people were like, 3D printing's awesome. Let me look up Thingiverse. They printed 3 things, and you know it's been sitting there for 3 months.
Right.
This might actually give you something to do, you bum.
But it also, people also have multiple. If they do a lot of printing, they have 5 or 6 machines. So that 230 hours split amongst a couple machines. So again, that's where I think this looks amazing. Like, so that's why I'm very like polarized on this. And I'm on both polars here. I feel like this is really cool, and I like the. I am polarizing myself. There's 2 ends of it, and I like both of them.
If you don't mind, let me
And-
interrupt your Bible. I hate this.
Why?
Because a table on a table's stupid. I said that from the first project. I stick by that.
No.
Okay,
It's
what about-
dumb. You're going to knock it. You're going to try to slide under. A piece is
Yeah.
going to roll under. You're not going to be able to get it.
No.
I hate everything about it. And 3D printed table, even worse. I have to actually make the thing.
But it can store well into
other
a pallet
tables are
shelf.
also made, you
You
know
can
I'll
that.
also-
store mine in the trash. I hate it.
You can also put it like on your bed. I did like that. If you want a smaller one, so you have a little
Yeah.
one
Just
that
like
you
stick
can
it on
sit
your bed?
Yes,
On
that's-
the bed.
Did you look at the project? Yes, it makes
It's a
it where you
TV
can
tray.
sit and play different places as
Look
well.
at this lady. She's building this here on a table that she could build it on. She's building it on a table.
You can pick it up and
is
move it,
she sitting
I
in a chair
suppose.
on a chair?
Maybe that's part of it. She can pick this up and move it.
They already make puzzle things you can pick up. They roll right up and put them
They
away.
do.
I don't like the rolling thing. I mean,
I like
You're not a
this.
puzzle builder. You don't know what you're talking about.
I do
that's
like this.
true, but I don't like the idea. But for one thing, she's doing maybe puzzle or carcass. I don't know what she's doing, but
See, that's Carcassoning.
the point is, you can just, without rolling it, you can put it away. I get what you're saying. I know that, your wife does that, rolling the puzzle
It actually
thing.
worked. They work really well.
Yeah? I hate it.
But I mean, I'll do that sometimes if
I
I
hate
start
it.
a game that I'm like sitting in bed and playing, and then it's like, oh, I want to finish this later. I literally take my thing and I put it under the bed, and then the next day I bring it back out. So it's a way to like pause the game without using the whole. If you don't have a game table option, or if you
I
need
just
that
can't see a
flexible
3D
spaces,
printed one being as good as like buying a specific one.
price point, using a
That's
machine
the
that's
only
been
thing.
justifying using a machine that you told your significant other you'd use all the time and you don't. Different
I
things.
think it's, I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's neat. Again, is it weird? Is it a little bit
You
of
didn't say the
a...
last one was neat. The last time we looked at this.
The last one looked like a spider on your table. It was a weird thing. It was this like TV tray with legs that you set up over the table, and they intended you to play at both levels. That's nuts.
Yeah, that is kind of
They're like, oh, this is an extension to your table, then instead of extending out, extends up. What am I playing on a skyscraper? No. This one is a table. You don't play below this.
Yeah.
I did think it was weird that when they are playing on the table, if you
Yeah.
notice in almost all the pictures, they're standing. I don't want to stand for 3 hours to play a game.
It's like a
right there.
standing desk.
Yeah, right, but you do that for like an hour and then sit back down. Also, some of their components, the dice tray that goes off the side and goes below the table. So if you
That
watch them,
was
they roll
weird,
the
yeah.
dice and it's like, what'd I get?
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, but gosh, but it's such a cool idea. Like, I mean, if I had this file, I would play around with it, and
I would like to build it because I'm getting a Lego vibe
Yeah, the
from this.
building looks
That
fun.
looks pretty cool. If those locks and stuff work, again, I do
You
have.
3D print them too, right?
You do.
Yeah, but they also have an STL you can try. So that has a free download, so you can see if you like their files and this stuff.
How many people?
7.
Mariana just mentioned this in chat.
Oh.
How many people will buy this and print less than 50% of it? Halfway through or less than halfway through, they'll be like, "Ugh," and
I
it'll
would
never
wager
get done.
3 people will finish the complete print.
That's actually lower than what I was going to say.
Pretty rough.
All right. That's all we got for board gaming.
That's
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Here's what we got for non-board gaming. Make sure you send me fun non-board gaming projects at tom@dicetower.com. I need new ones. You can have a portable gym because so far as I can tell, no gym has been portable.
No, not at all.
You can't even
Never
carry a weight
happened.
around
No.
No,
or a jump rope. They're too heavy.
They
too
are
much. Inconvenient.
cumbersome.
Yes.
But this is a nutcracker.
Yeah, this is so odd to me.
Yeah, it's a combination nutcracker wire cutter. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Yes, that's what I want to see.
Feel
He
the
looks like he
burn.
stole a bionic leg from somebody.
Also super compact,
Rocket
right?
Raccoon's happy
Like,
right now.
Right.
Yeah, that's how Rocket Raccoon works out. Jeez, it's so weird. Yeah, and they're like, they show you they put side-by-side comparisons of what it's like to use a
Wait,
machine.
is this the practice using a pallet jack? Because that's exactly what it is.
Basically, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it's good for the triceps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need
Yeah,
one of
right.
these to warm up before conventions when we're moving pallets.
Yeah, okay.
It's also funny because they keep showing you how portable it is and this and that. But if you're doing anything in which you are pulling, it has to be attached to that platform
Right.
the people are standing on.
Yep.
You can carry a platform on your back. You can 3D
Yeah, it's like you look like a Ninja Turtle taking this anywhere.
It's a good weapon.
Yeah,
a
did
good
you see
weapon.
in the video where she shows how portable it is and put it in her bag and it's like hanging out?
It's like
by,
sticking
3
out. It looks like
feet?
she's
Exactly.
trying to sneak in a minigun into a place. Yeah.
Ooh, that went
That's a
dark.
good look right there.
Look at that. Look
That's
at that.
nothing okay about that.
Let's move on.
It's the guy like press, keep doing things.
Do you have bad posture?
We
It's because
all
you're
do.
not sitting right.
That's correct.
All right, that's rude.
Look at me. I'm basically laying on the ground right now.
This, I don't know. You can buy a car seat for adults. That's what that looks like.
That's what it
Yeah.
looks like, yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure this
It's
is a
not a
good
terrible
idea.
idea.
I'm sure it's a good idea. Yeah. It's
Although I
just,
bet you it's uncomfortable. I bet you anything that's uncomfortable.
all the things that are supposed to make you sit the way you're supposed to sit make me feel like I'm very, very uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
like, am I good now? You know? I don't, yeah.
Sit
Good
up straight,
posture is
please.
uncomfortable.
We're on camera.
Oh, here we
We're on
go.
camera, Mike.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the lumbar.
All right. 2 more projects.
All right.
Okay,
This
this
is
feels like the
diabolical.
beginning of a horror
Yes.
movie. In fact, they just
diabolical.
made a horror movie based on this with a doll
That
for
Megan.
a girl.
I
Yeah.
know, yeah. This is a sequel to what's the name?
Megan, I think, right?
Megan. That's
Yeah.
it. Megan.
Yeah, right,
I was gonna say
right,
Adele. That's not it. Megan.
Hello.
So this, you can buy a robotic dog to play with your dog while you're gone. This dog will then eventually kill your dog and replace
also,
it.
the
Correct.
video of this thing playing with a dog, the
my
entire
gosh.
time you could tell that the real dog was incredibly disturbed and kept
Yeah.
trying to eat it.
Right,
Yeah.
and the owner was like, nah.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, what is this thing?
babysitting
Clearly
the
not.
dog,
Look how much
playing
fun
with the
they're
dog.
having.
This is not
Oh my
real. What?
gosh.
Wait. What? No. You don't
This is a
smell like
facsimile
me.
of my cousin.
That's right. I'm
What have you done?
My dogs would destroy this in like
I also
one
love that.
day.
Yeah, they keep talking about how it stays upright. I'm like, yeah, for about 3 seconds.
But also that
so a
dog-
dog is like, "Arr!"
And that dog weighs 15 pounds. My 120-pound Danes, nah.
Yeah, no, that's
Nah.
gonna.
swat it
It's only
outside. Get this
68
Roomba
bucks
out
though,
of here.
guys.
It licks it and it falls over.
How is this different than just buying one of those ones that sold at the kiosk in the mall? That little one is like, "Ruff, ruff, ruff," that your
Well, this
kids
one also
insist they
comes
want
with-
and
yeah.
they don't.
This one also vacuums the floor. That's
Right,
the
that's the other
difference.
thing.
It comes with a Roomba.
A Roomba.
You know,
That'd be
here's
good.
the
a
thing.
Roomba attachment. If
Wait,
this was
wait,
just an
what?
attachment for your Roomba, I'd be more in.
Wait, is that it's innards? That's
Ew.
disgusting.
Oh, avert
You know,
your
I
eyes.
understand I understand the need for this project because it is so difficult to entertain a dog, right? If only I could throw a tennis ball or a stick or,
like
shake some
pet their
keys.
head. Yeah,
Or
right.
buy another
Right.
dog
To-
if it's
to
that
enter-
big of
to
a
entertain
deal.
Buy
a dog.
another dog.
I certainly need a
Wow.
robotic facsimile.
Yeah, but it has 2 backers. 2 people out there want it.
I do like the
Alright.
name.
The mom and the
K9
dad
is the
of
name
the
of the
design.
horror
Yes.
movie.
Yeah,
You spell it just like that.
I love it.
K-A-I-9?
Yeah,
And
K9.
finally-
Oh,
Photography.
I don't understand.
no.
this.
I do.
Tom, are you that backer?
No.
You're in for a buck.
I would have backed. How much is it?
I would have backed more.
For
That's it.
5. I would have backed for 5.
So explain this to me, please.
Do you want to see pictures of stuffed potatoes?
No.
My answer is yes.
If you Google,
Okay, let's say it's yes. Did you try Googling it?
yeah, that's what I say. If you Google,
I'm not Googling anything.
if you Google stuffed potatoes, are you going to get pictures of them?
Yes.
Then why do we need this project?
Well, this lady's going to make some money by her doing it. Also, she gets to keep eating stuffed
I was going
potatoes.
to say she gets to eat the potatoes. It's not like she's
She-
sending you
she's
the
making
potato.
dinner.
If these were
Sending you-
scratch and sniff pictures, I would do it.
Oh,
You don't like potatoes? The smell of baked potato?
when I'm eating them.
I don't want to scratch and sniff anything from this lady.
Yeah, no.
It's not a
I'm sorry. No, okay. The first thing, at least turn your phone this way.
All right.
It's the least you can do.
I've given up on that, okay? All right. Pick of the week. I'm just going to go to mine, okay? Since it's the same as at least one other person's. Where is it?
Wiz-War?
Once upon a time, someone else has had to pick
Yeah,
this.
get mine ready too.
Yeah,
Roy.
go ahead and.
Oh, geez. Really? All of you?
I think it looks really interesting.
Yeah,
All right.
This is the only one that I have any interest in.
I would have. This could have been my pick of the week, even in a better week.
It could,
actually.
yeah, this one
I think
actually
this
does
looks.
look good.
This
High
looks
praise.
really good.
Yeah. As far as pick of the week, this is the one. Like, there's others. I'm like, oh, that's neat. I'd try it. This is one that I was like, I'm actively excited about this. I
Right.
think it's innovative. It's something new. Maybe it'll
I
bust.
am going to play this.
But but this is one that I will seek out to play. It's the
Okay.
right kind of puzzle for me. Again, it's
Yeah.
a word game that's not doesn't make you feel stupid. You know, yeah, I'm excited about this one.
All right.
It looks good.
What do you got, Z?
Photography.
Oh my God.
Go to, no, I'm kidding.
Scratches.
No,
Too late,
let's
I've
just-
already gotten there.
Let's go. No, it's that 3D printed table number. I like that.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, I dig it.
Okay.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm not a 3D printer, so obviously I don't really know what it entails,
Yeah.
and I don't really know how sturdy this would be and all of that. I just like the exploration, a new space being explored in board game tables is kind of cool, you know? We've got like really fancy tables. We've got some where the inside lowers and raises. We've got the game toppers or whatever, which is like table on a table,
Yeah.
which nobody seems to have a problem with, by the way. But then this one,
That's different. The game topper becomes the table.
this
Right.
becomes the table, kind of. I think it's neat. I think it looks cool. Yeah.
That's cool.
And again, picking it up and putting
Should've
it
did
away.
his first.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what? We're gonna
And I
look
would
at the
love to see
potatoes
what Brian
again.
Drake,
Let's more
how long
potatoes
it takes him
again,
to print
okay?
it.
Let me
Oh,
see.
I can't look at the potatoes
Oh.
because it's just her.
No, go ahead, play it.
No,
Go
potato.
ahead and play it.
Look at the potato.
Come on, Tom.
But again, that's like every advertisement
Oh, yeah, good
commercial
point.
for right there.
It looks like a good-looking potato, okay?
Jordan, who's a
Jordan has the right idea.
What is it? Where
His
is
pick
it?
of the week is the Dice
Heyo.
Tower.
I could bring this one up.
There
Look
you
at that.
go.
Yeah.
Go.
That
Look at
Beautiful.
this. Look at this great. Look at this stretch goal thing Z made. So
Are
you're
we
about
at-
to have to do this one.
Yeah,
I
I
told you
have
this
done it.
morning.
And lots of cool
Fantastic.
rewards,
Yep.
things. This is pick of the week. Put my pick of the week on this one, Roy.
Put them all up there,
There
right?
I'm
you
sticking
go.
with the
All of them,
table.
everybody.
I'm keeping the table.
You will pick this one.
All right, I'll pick it. I'll pick it.
Or
I'll pick
else.
it.
There we go. We
All right,
got
folks.
more.
We'll be back. Oh, Chris is doing it too.
Oh,
Thanks,
sure.
Chris.
Why not?
Everybody.
Yeah,
That's
everybody.
right.
What you got here?
Anybody else we got?
People.
People's choice.
There we go.
There we go.
Put them everywhere, all over this thing.
Everybody, this is a fantastic
All right, folks. We'll be
campaign.
back in 2 hours and 20 minutes for the next segment of the top 100 games of all time. We'll see you then. Meanwhile, I'm going to go take some pictures of potatoes. Until then, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Mike DeLisio.
I'm Camilla Cleghorn,
I'm Z Garcia.
Have fun eating potatoes.
but not too shit.